a 2, we would be obtaining a curriculum. And at a 3, which is where you are, would be implementing the curriculum. And so your staff, we were able to verify, again, through the documentation pieces, the observation pieces, and the interview pieces, that your staff is implementing your written, research-based, comprehensive curriculum. And your curriculum is aligned to the early learning and development standards as well as to your assessment process. The second piece here in curriculum and planning is the activity plan piece. So at a 1, again, this progression of, at a 1, we're looking, do you have an activity plan? At a 2, we want to see that the plan is aligned to your early learning and development standards. And then at 3, you're aligned to both the ELDS and your assessment process. So again, we saw that in your classrooms, and your teachers were able to speak to that in their interview. And so then beyond the 3, once you've reached the 3-star level for a 4 or 5, the way that we determine that is by the extra point pieces. And so here in curriculum and planning, you have earned these points. I'm pointing, but I'm going to look at my paper so I can read it. So for you, so one of the pieces was at the higher level that the teachers are planning intentional and purposeful activities that meet the needs, interests, and abilities of the children across all developmental domains. And that is 5 points. So that's a really high point value there. So that's a big important piece, again, that we verified through our observation and interview piece with the teachers as they talked about their planning process. And then the second extra point piece here is that the teachers support the children's active engagement through opportunities for exploration and learning. That's a big observation piece.
Right.
And so that was a 3-point piece. So all the way across, we've met 1, 2, and 3, and the extra points here. In the second subdomain, that is the screening and assessment piece. So same type of tiered improvement system here, where at a 1 we would be thinking about it, at a 2 selecting, at a 3 we're implementing both screening and assessment.
Mm-hmm.
So your teachers are doing the ASQ for their screening piece, and we were able to see documentation on that, and again, they were able to speak to that process. The second piece here that we talked about briefly already is the assessment piece, and so your teachers are using a formal tool, the TS Gold Online, as well as the informal pieces that are informing that, and they're doing that on an ongoing basis. And that online piece is newer for you guys, right?
Yes.
So,
yeah. And still, for some, still
still a challenge, but
absolutely.
yeah, that that's a nice piece for the parents as well.
Yes.
A lot of your teachers spoke to the fact that the parents are able to participate in the online portfolio piece.
Right.
And so that's a nice connection there. So everything met for a 3, and so then we move over here for the extra point piece. And so here we have 4 points for just what I was kind of talking about there, including the families. So we're looking here for the families being provided with multiple opportunities to understand their assessment process and the data that's collected, to be able to review that, and to be able